Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. This is Genshin Impact English lesson number 24. After we did Lisa's story, Xianling's story, maybe did some treasure chests or found some inoculi, we're gonna upgrade some stamina because I recommend that. Yep, we're gonna go right over here. And because I found some, you know, upgrade and yeah, you're gonna feel awesome. Because traveling this world in Tevat with little stamina is just incredibly difficult. Yep, I found 6 of them, and we're adventure rank 18. For Act 3, I recommend switching back to a Nemo if you travel to a bit of Liwa locations. And yeah, we'll start our place from over here. This is our improved stamina. Not too bad. I know, it's a little small, but you can definitely manage most of Genshin Impact with just 1 meter and a quarter. I've done it so many times. You'll do fine, really. 1 meter and a half is really the most ideal. More stamina just means having a bow character is easy, spear, cataclysm, and claymore. Just because when you hold B, your stamina wheel will deplete. It's personal preference. Go for the max or rely on meals. Okay, let's get to it.
The Abyss Order. Enemies of the human race. Even the underground networks rarely come across any information on them.
Underground networks, Genshin Impact's version of Mondstadt gangsters.
With that said, it was a bit of a hassle, but I managed to dig up a few clues.
Another way to say dig up a few clues? Reveal those clues.
Really? That quickly? You really are well connected, Master Diluc.
Come to think of it, Mr. Big Animo God Barbados, why exactly do you need the help of mere humans?
Paimon's throwing shade at Venti.
How do I put it? The Seven, as people now know them, were once known as the Seven Archons. Each Archon presides over their own part of Tevat. That is the role the Archons play.
Story-wise, this line is very interesting, but you'll get a lot of lore later in the story.
Only in performing this duty can we attain power. But I don't like the idea of ruling Mondstadt, and I don't feel Mondstadt would really like it either.
If you want to know why, do his story quest.
Go forth and establish a city of freedom without rule. We have not forgotten Barbados' wish for Mondstadt.
Go forth, in other words, venture and begin a mission.
Jean, you're such a devotee.
Paimon gives a compliment that Jean is a strong believer in Barbados.
Maybe someone got a little too free and is just too lazy to care.
Agreed.
However it may have come to be, I haven't been back to Mondstadt for an extended period of time.
Yeah, right.
Without a doubt, I am now the weakest Archon among the Seven.
Our fanbase speculates he's the strongest.
Aw, you flatter me.
You flatter me? I appreciate your praise.
Oh, such a humble god. Is it a blessing or a curse?
All these jokes and Venti has no comeback. And because Diluc is so proud of Mondstadt, he wishes Venti was more like that. This dialogue is very playful, complimenting someone and throwing shade at them at the same time.
But we digress. Let's get back to the topic at hand. The common enemy of all mankind.
The topic at hand, the greater picture, the greater focus.
We have tracked the Abyss Mage to the vicinity of the winery.
I cannot stress enough how important it is to not let it escape.
Hold on to your hats because it's going to get a little windy with Venti. We're starting Prologue Act 3. We're about to get into Stormterror's lair. We're just going to fight the forces a little outside of that area first. Because there's a barrier. You can't go to the lair directly. So we're going to go here. Or... oh yeah, I had to run there. Shoot. Oh well, I can collect some cool stuff here. Some crystal cores. Are there any mints? Okay, never mind. Yeah, unlock that tower. And we're gonna fight the Abyss Mage around here. Where is he? There he is. Be prepared. He is Hydro, and we need Electro. Or Kaya. probably due to Freeze's stupid hydro powers. Come on. Yay!
Freeze!
Huh? What's this? After the Abyss Mage was defeated, a certain energy dispersed from its body.
Disperse, verb, to distribute or spread over a wide area.
It seems that energy was being used to cut off the connection between me and Dvalin. Huh. Do you know of Storm Terror's But Jane and Master Diluc are no doubt aware of it. After Dvalin woke up, he took the ancient ruins as his lair. As it was with the storms that previously cut Mondstadt off from the outside world, the entrance to the ruins is also sealed by a special barrier. But now, as the energy dispersed from the Abyss Mage, I was able to read the rhythmic flow of how the barrier's magic was woven. I must admit, it sounds even more horrendous than a chorus of hilly churls, but it should be enough to let us break through the storm barrier and reach Storm Terror's lair.
Yeah, one thing over here at the transcription, I was able to read the rhythmic flow of how the barrier's magic was woven, meaning in translation, Venti's saying he studied how the spell was spelled onto.
Which means we're going to confront Dvalin? I'm fine with that. Jean is the one who wishes to avoid any direct confrontation.
No. When there are no other options left, it is my responsibility to alter our course of action. If slaying him is our only choice, I will gladly become the knight that leads the charge.
Fortunately, we have yet to need to go that far.
By that, you mean...
I mean that the Holy Liar is not our trump card.
Trump card idiom is a valuable resource that may be used, especially as a surprise to gain an advantage.
Our real trump card? The Traveler, of course.
Oh, that's flattery.
The Traveler?
Correct. But you have a much more precious forte.
Forte, noun, derives from French, a thing at which someone excels at. Example, if I'm good at brick building, that is my forte.
The impurities in the tears and the curse that binds Dvalin belong to the same maleficent power.
While maleficent is a synonym for evil, it's an adjective in a way, an evil that causes harm or destruction by supernatural means.
Which means...
You tone-deaf bard! Don't you see how crazy this is?
And Paimon calls him out.
What Dvalin is like when he's ticked off? She'll be swallowed whole before she even gets to lift a finger.
Great imagery to go over. Swallowed whole because Dvalin's a dragon. That just means he's eating up the Traveler before he even gets to lift a finger. Just means before he even starts to fight, it's over. It would be effortless for Dvalin.
Hey, nice plan. Worth a shot.
I am with you, Honorary Knight.
Oh, so we just need to fight monsters from the abyss and a dragon. No pressure or anything.
No pressure or anything. This is kind of stressful.
Humans aren't without their strengths. Let's go.
And so, epic actions of brave heroes finally leads to this 11th hour.
Not every native person knows where the 11th hour comes from, but I did some digging with that idiom, and it comes from the book of Matthew. And when we say at the 11th hour, it means the latest possible moment. Why it's catchy and why it sticks forever in English? It just is. It's etymology. I hope that really made your day today. After all that team energy, we're gonna go right over there. I recommend just fast travel here. And look in your handbook again, you might get some EXP stuff if you took a break or something and came back on, whatever you were doing. Definitely take a look at that. Oh, sweet. When you get to this cliff, what I'd recommend, if you haven't did any leveling, maybe came back on and off, maybe you're doing your dailies, before this mini boss fight and Storm Terror, you might want to upgrade Kaya, Bennett, Traveler, Lisa, you know, anyone of your choice. I'd recommend sticking around with, you know, our key characters, because they are so reliable, and they are our best friends, so treat them with care. At this point in the story, I usually like to look at the artifacts and what I have. I recommend all of these, so read carefully. In summary, Kaya, Bennett, Traveler, give them some Berserker sets for a critical hit rate. Really well. Maybe Traveling Doctor or Adventures. Feather of Homecoming is also a great option. Recommend that if you're going to do Dragon Spine right after Storm Terror. This is how I level up artifacts, just because you should see what I do. And Lisa, you can be creative with Lisa. You can go for energy recharges. You can do the Adventures Bandana or Instructors set. That's really good too. And things for Electro Charge. Traveler will always be tricky for every player. Depends which build you're going for. Early game, don't worry about this. Stick with Anemo or Geo. Once you get to Inazuma, I would highly recommend you unlock Fontaine, just because resonating with Hydro early will help you with some fights that take place in Inazuma. When you're looking at these details, they are loose recommendations. You should be able to fool around for yourself, and I highly recommend that, because you should. Okay. When you jump above the cliff and come down here, there's a treasure chest.
Quite the find.
It's a storm barrier. It looks so dangerous.
Leave it to me. Although this wooden lyre is all I have. I don't need the lyre to break through this kind of storm barrier. Wait. What is that?
Oh no, we have to fight them.
Prepare yourself.
Thought the right name. No, we're gonna kick their butts.
The stage will need to be cleared before...
My.
Wow, we wiped them out.
The hilly trolls usually do not venture into areas with high elemental concentrations. It puts a heavy burden on their bodies.
The Abyss Order must be manipulating them behind the scenes, yet they shouldn't have been able to determine that we would come. They're presumably spreading their forces to halt our plans.
Without further ado, I suppose I can play faster if my only audience is the wind.
Oh, and one Hilichurl is in the back. They'll listen.
It actually opened. You're not entirely useless, Tone Deaf Bard.
He heard Paimon.
This is it. We are now entering Storm Terror's lair. Watch yourselves. Let's move.
Yep, and in our direction here, I want to show you unlock this teleport, just because it'll be annoying to unlock that one later, trust me. And below this bridge, I mean, there's tons of treasure everywhere, all around here. You may as well just get one on the way, just because that'll be useful, even if it's so little. And then we're going to go to the iconic moment.
It's stuck.
It just brings me joy. It's the best moment.
Hey, check
You've
out
been
that roof.
bugging Venti
Is
all
there a
along,
giant hole in
Paimon.
it?
I suppose we could make use of that wind current.
Let's make a detour then. Heading up.
Let's make a detour then. Heading up.
Yeah. On the way, there's some cool treasure. You can avoid all these enemies. Just because I recommend it. Run, 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 traveler, run! Yep, right over there. Oh, shoot. Beat these slimes. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, we did it. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. We got some enhancement ores. Avoid those vines. Oh, explosive barrels. Run, Bennett. Don't fight them. You'll die. I mean, there is a statue of 7 ahead, so I guess it's okay if he died. Oh, okay. That was embarrassing. No treasure over here, I believe. Sorry. And then... No. I thought there was a radish in there. There isn't. These crates don't do anything. Cool. And we unlocked the statue of 7.
Oh, we can't advance any further. The ruins seem to be guarded by ancient seals.
Is this the work of Dvalin?
No. These ruins were once part of an ancient city. Dvalin just happens to be nesting in these ruins for now. These ruins even predate the existence of the Four Winds.
Exist or occur at a date earlier than something.
Mondstadt is a city without a ruler. However, before it was ruled over by a tyrant. Anyway, I'll sing you that story when we have a chance in the future.
Sounds dramatic. Oh dear.
Markings on this seal. If my archaeological knowledge is not mistaken, this appears to be a light act.
Reintegrate. Verb restore to unity.
If we retrieve and reintegrate all the parts, we should be able to get it working.
We should be close to completing the ceremony for this actuator.
An actuator is a component that converts energy into mechanical motion to control or move a system.
Let's put the last part back and see.
Every fiction is unique. Genshin Impact in this context needs external light for this actuator to get working again, to open Storm Terror's lair. And yes, you should be adventure rank 19 when you do this. If not, you know, there's always chests.
Is this an answer from this world?
Looks like we're right.
When were we ever wrong?
There are 3 more halos circling the tower.
Which means there are 3 more corresponding light actuators to activate.
I'm assuming we're doing them, and they're hanging out.
I can see one from here. The rest must be scattered within the ruins around here. Let's go find them.
Why did Dvalin pick a place filled with puzzles and seals as his lair? Doesn't he get annoyed coming back home?
He doesn't walk in. He flies in.
You do have a point.
That's our English lesson for today. Thanks for watching. Bye. Au revoir. 再见.
Yawning without covering your mouth. Uncouth.